been following along for a while, you know I like old stuff, vintage stuff, and my dentside Ford here, she was lonely, so I went and got a vintage Ford OEM style cap for it. Topper, shell, whatever you want to call it, bam, there it is. Now, she ain't much to look at, and she's a little rough around the edges, but this is a factory optional cap. I forget the logo of it, the name of it, but it is from 1976, and my buddy Joe hooked me up. He had it on one of his trucks, but this was, you know, not made by Ford, but it was like probably an authorized accessory dealer cap that fits the shape of the cab there. The front window of the cap is the same as the rear window of the truck. These are similar to van windows, a little bit bigger. Oh, what's this? A big scratch. But anyways, he was going to cut it up and throw it away, and he said, you should put this on your truck. And I'm like, yeah, I don't disagree with it. I probably should. Like I said, it's a little worse for wear. It was super, super, super grungy. I'll show you the top of it in a second, but unfortunately it cracked where it was sitting, and a big chunk of the front of it fell out. Well, that's what it looked like. Super grungy with moss and cracks, and the front window fell out of it. We kind of clamped it on to get it back here, and I can see half the clamps have fallen off, so I'm lucky it even made it back to my house. It didn't blow off, but it is mostly there. Let me show you up on the roof. You see all that green up there? I got tired of scrubbing it, but it was super, super nasty. The entire thing with moss and grunge. It's been stored for years outside, just kind of like rotting away. We got some gel coat missing here, I think, or else somebody painted it with some kind of paint. I'm gonna imagine this, like, texture paint would have been the original finish, and maybe this is gel coat underneath it. I don't know. But anyways, it's mostly there, except for the front breaking. And the rear hatch has these pieces that, just like an old 37 Ford hood prop, you go up and then they go down. Well, then sometimes they get stuck like that, but it's got the rear window here, car light glass. This is the same as the pickup glass. It should say safety glass DOT 75. So that is the same as the pickup rear window, and the front window is the same. So they use pickup glass to make them the same, and it's very, very heavy, but it's super cool. Like, it functions. It's got some cracks. That's actually looks like body filler or something there, but he was going to cut it up and throw it away. And I want to use this truck more for like trailer towing and stuff like that, and hauling some things. If I go pick up a project, I need stuff not to blow around in the back. It'd be nice. The bonus to this is why I picked it is the glass all the way around it. You can see almost like it's not even on the truck. Like, you know, there's a very, very small blind spot right here. Then you got all this glass all the way around. So essentially it's kind of almost not even on the truck. So backing up to a trailer or turning and all that, you got all this vision. I've got my other truck, my 95, I've got a cap on it, and I usually trailer with that, but the windows are tinted on the cap, and you can't see, especially in the dark, backing up and stuff, you can't see through the cap with the tinted windows, and it's a nightmare. This one is all clear glass, and what's that say? National Arbor Day Foundation, plant a tree for tomorrow. Right there, it's, but whoever planted those trees, they're probably 40 feet high now, because that's an old sticker. But anyways, I want to try to slide it back a little bit. I want to try to fix the front somehow. If I can, like, bolt a piece across and kind of bolt this back together, get the glass back in it. Or maybe I might have to use a piece of plexiglass in the front, I'm not sure. I kind of want the, oh, there's a couple of cracks up there. Well, that's probably because there's no bottom, but I want to get it, like, stiffened back up. Oh, what's this right here? Safety recommendation from Ford. Ford Motor Company recommends that passengers be carried only in the cab of the truck. Look at that. So this was probably a dealer installed option right from Ford if they put the Ford sticker in there like that. Luckily, my buddy keeps stuff just like me. Why trash it when he can stash it? He stashed this for years and years and years, and he ran it on the back of a 78 F-150 he built with a 400 M motor in it that was really, really hot back in the day, and unfortunately the truck has rotted away very badly. Actually, if you go back and look up the dentside video that my friend Jordan and I did over at Joe's house, we took the box off a green truck, a black box to put on Jordan's truck. This cap was on that truck. That's where that came from. So for a year now, it's been sitting over in his yard, and I went and I grabbed it today when we cleaned it up. But it looks right at place at home on the truck like this. I almost want to put like some kind of lights up here, like KC lights or something, mount them right through here, because I'm not worried about drilling holes in it anymore. It's pretty rough, but a couple of cab lights up there I think would be super cool. Or you could put some yellow lights on there and light them up, I don't know. But there it is what it is. Man, that gap is super awesome, like that is there. I don't know what the logo is here, but it's missing. But anyways, that's cool. I got the cap slid back here on the truck for a while, or a little bit, and I've got the front window washed up with the gasket. And I put a ratchet strap on the front of the cap to like suck it together. I'm hoping to like slide the front of the cap window back into place. I might have to come to the other side. Stick the bottom of the fiberglass back under it, kind of like ratchet strap it into place, lock it in, and then bolt some. Actually, I got a piece of Kindorf, I think, that would be strong enough to bolt it across the front and the bottom of the box, maybe across the top to stiffen it up with a bunch of quarter 20 bolts. I think that might work out. So I think this is just going to do this. Oop, I might need to get in there to do this. So I'm just going to kind of try to slide it back together. It's like a three-handed operation here. Get her up top first is the rubber. Oh, shoot. I would have thought it would want to go right. There we go. It's harder than I thought. Dang. The rubber is awful tight. I would have thought it would want to go right back on there. Get the bottom started and just kind of run it. There we go. There we go. I can run it on the bottom first. And kind of right up here it's cracked, but it'll spread back into place once we get this kind of locked in. Hoop. Shoot, I need like a, that stay there. I need like a screwdriver or something to run the rubber. Stay there. Run the rubber back on it. I got my glass tool here. Just gotta kind of keep the pressure on everything and kind of run the rubber back into place, sort of. There we go. Suck her right back in where she needs to be. Put a little angle on our dangle. There we go. I think it's gonna work. There we go. Oh, yeah, there we go. That's up. Now this piece kind of goes like this. And like this. Like just like that. It's fixed. Boom! I don't believe it, but I got to. I'm looking right at it. So that's got a lot of tension on it, but it is, boom, back together. All right, so now I think I can bolt like a piece of that unistrut across the bottom of this over here into the side of the cap where everything's good. I'm gonna go out and check the rubber seal on the outside before I get too carried away, but everything looks like she's sealed back up, and I'll probably bolt one across the top too because it's got cracks up here. But essentially got that guy put back together. When I put this back on the truck, I'm going to actually bolt it through the box using some existing holes in the box, so it shouldn't want to flex around and move out of the way. I'm going to get a clamp for this. Okay, all repaired here. I've got the Kindorf bolted through. I'll just show you the bolts. I went and used a bunch of 5/16 bolts and washers across the front, and I actually added one on the top too. So now I've got steel track across the top and the bottom. I could put a rear window like screen over that with some Kindorf spring clips and nut clips and stuff like that. So that's what my plan was, that protect that rear window. But the front of the cab is all, or the front of the top's all stiffened up now, so it should go on here. All I gotta do is set it down off these blocks, slide it ahead. There's some holes already drilled in the truck from other things. I'm gonna try to reach through the holes in the bed liner, line these up and drill them. Use some big flat washers down through the fiberglass. I'm gonna bolt the cap right to the truck. That way it can't flex around at all. And I don't have the actual like clamp dealios that go on there. I had some down here, but I think I had to give them away or something, or I had. Well, I got to go on a searching spree, but I thought I had some more, but I don't think I do. And bam, just like that, she's ready for action. This thing is great. Actually, drove it to work yesterday, and people saw it and were like, "Was that a vintage dentside cap?" I said, "Sure as heck is. Heck yeah, bruh. Check it out." The latch is bust or frozen up, but it's so heavy it holds itself shut. It's full of fiberglass dust right now, but I put them bolts in. I used some 5/16 bolts, bolted it down to the truck. This bed is junk anyways underneath and stuff. So, oh, does it leak? It does leak. It got wet in here. Oh, it rained. The vent must leak. So it's not really weatherproof, but it will keep junk from blowing out of the truck. And it looks super cool. So that's a win. I can see rain running down there. It rained really hard earlier, so is what it is. But these arms here, I've sprayed them with goo, so they now work. And this rear hatch is so heavy it stays down, but I'm super excited about having it on there. You can see there's huge gaps around here. Is what it is. Where are you going to find vintage accessories like that? My buddy Joe hooked me up, and it's awesome. And it looks good on this truck. It actually fits the patina of the body pretty well, and looks awesome on the truck. So, as you can see, I've got a hook to the trailer. Why is that? Well, I got another project. So I had a brainchild, and it's going to be the most epic build ever. It's something that you don't see on the road. They're way, way, way too valuable to be driven as like street cars. Now this is going to be a clone, and give you a teaser. It's a Mopar. It's a Mopar. It's going to be a clone, and it's going to be unbelievable. So you're going to have to stay tuned. Next couple of videos, one of them, old Ted's going to be coming by, and we're going to jump in this truck here, bam, and we're going to run out about a couple hours away and pick up another project vehicle. I had to do it. I'm broke, but I had to do it, and I think in the long run, it'll definitely be worth it. So stay tuned for that. But in the meantime, bam, awesome dentside capillary action right there, topper, shell, whatever you want to call it. It's awesome. The Camper Special looks cool. And I've let the lawn go. It's completely out of control. It's rained. The beans are in. Look at that. The sun's going down. So I got to hop on a lawnmower and mow the lawn before it gets too dark. But thanks for watching. Putting this awesome cap on my truck. It looks cool, super cool, and I'm glad that my buddy Joe gave it to me and we were able to resurrect it and put it back into use. So thanks for watching. We'll see you again next time here at the Quick Speed Shop.